Oh, that's a topic I'm not going to discuss because, one, we're not supposed to discuss other teams' players in this position that I have here.
Okay.
And so I violated one of the tenets of our thing. And the obvious thing is the word itself carries connotation, and I just don't understand that part of it, the word. So, I guess word choice could be something I could regret, but talking about other teams' players that's out of the box.
Well, LeBron did say today that if he...
Phil Jackson has just broken his silence, and his words about LeBron James sent the whole basketball world into chaos. It felt sudden and unexpected. Right now the league seems divided right down the middle. For many years, the Zen master stayed quiet. No interviews, no bold takes, no podcast arguments, only silence. Then, without warning, he released a statement that opened up everything people believed about LeBron's legacy. Fans are stunned, critics are shouting, and social media is completely losing control. We are hearing one of the smartest minds the game has ever known openly questioning where LeBron truly belongs in basketball history. Not his numbers, not his fame, but his place among the legends. And the wildest part is this never began on television. It did not begin during an interview. It began behind closed doors at a private dinner that somehow leaked out to everyone.
Incredible. He can play without fouling a lot of times. He can play defense on almost everybody that's on the floor. He's an unselfish ball player. He doesn't lust to score like Michael or Kobe did, or does. He doesn't have that same. But when need is there, he definitely finds a way to score. So his game has continued to improve over the last 4 or 5 years. And
LeBron's supporters are angry. His critics are celebrating like it is a holiday, and Phil Jackson is not taking back a single word. When Phil Jackson talks, basketball listens. This is not a random former player posting online comments. This is a man with 11 championship rings as a head coach. 6 with Michael Jordan. 5 with Kobe Bryant. He has lived real championship culture, not just watched it on a screen. For years, Phil stayed away from the modern NBA circus. While everyone argued online about who is the GOAT, who is overrated, and who deserves more praise, Phil stayed silent. He watched from a distance as LeBron built one of the greatest resumes the game has ever seen. For championships, for finals MVPs, the all-time leading scorer. On paper, it looks unbeatable. But Phil Jackson has never cared about noise. He does not chase attention. When he speaks, it is intentional. It is measured. And that is why what happened in late January 2025 hit so hard. At this point in LeBron's career, the debate is no longer about greatness. That was settled long ago. The real question now is where he ranks in history. Is he above Jordan? Is he the greatest ever? His supporters say the numbers answer everything. Longevity, versatility, impact on and off the court. But Phil Jackson sees something different. And for the first time in years, he chose to say it out loud. Players who worked under Phil talk about him like a basketball philosopher. A man who understands greatness on a level most people never reach. So when rumors started spreading that Phil had strong thoughts about LeBron's legacy, people paid attention. Still, no one was ready for what happened next. This all took place at a private dinner in Los Angeles in late January 2025. A small, exclusive group was there. Basketball legends, team executives, media insiders. No cameras, no microphones, just honest conversation. Phil was calm and enjoying the night until the discussion shifted like it always does. Legacy, greatness, history. Then someone asked the question everyone had on their mind: where does LeBron rank all time in your eyes? According to several people in that room, Phil Jackson did not pause at all. He said one thing that instantly stopped the conversation. No side chatter, no awkward laughs, only silence. Phil began explaining how modern greatness works, how the league has changed, and how today's stories are shaped, protected, and pushed in ways that never existed before. Then he used a word that cut through the room like a knife. He said, LeBron's legacy is manufactured, not fake, not empty, impressive, but manufactured. When he compared it to what Michael did and what Kobe did, Phil said, you are looking at 2 completely different eras of accountability. That one word shifted the mood in the room. And Phil was far from done. He went even deeper and started talking about control. Control over teams, control over timing, control over perception. He mentioned team hopping and said, LeBron has mastered something no superstar before him ever could, shaping his story through media relationships and social platforms. Phil explained that every major move LeBron makes is planned with legacy in mind, not just winning in the moment. Then he asked the question that really hit hard. Can a legacy built with that much control ever equal the raw, unfiltered dominance of someone like Michael Jordan? That question weighed heavy in the room. Everyone was stunned. No one pushed back. No one challenged him. And for a short time, it stayed private, until it didn't. Within 48 hours, the conversation leaked out. Not the full discussion, not the context, just the explosive line. LeBron's legacy is manufactured. That single line was enough to set everything on fire. Twitter exploded. Instagram turned into pure chaos. Sports shows rushed to react. Just like that, the biggest basketball controversy of 2025 was born. LeBron's fans went straight into battle. Phil is bitter. He is stuck in the past. This is disrespectful. Thousands of comments poured in nonstop. On the other side, LeBron's critics felt proven right. Finally, someone with real credibility said what they had believed for years. The sides were chosen, and there was no middle ground, but here is the part most people missed. Phil was not ranting. He was pointing to something very specific. Phil Jackson coached in the league for decades. He saw greatness up close every single day. When he talks about a manufactured legacy, he starts with team hopping. Phil's stars stayed in one place. Jordan stayed loyal to one franchise, minus that short chapter everyone remembers. Kobe was a Laker through everything. They built dynasties in one city. They survived the bad years. LeBron chose a different path. Miami, Cleveland, back to Cleveland. Then the current chapter. Every move was strategic. Every move put him in the best possible position to win.
You said I'm special. I am not like anybody else.
That's true.
And I'm not talking about the public.
Yeah.
I'm talking about amongst the NBA ilk. I'm talking about cats that are a part of the fraternity of 450 plus players. That's it. In the world. You still went to the negotiating table and said, I'm one of the best. We expect to see that shit. And if you don't show it to us, we gonna point out